Hello, welcome to another video of JavaScript. In this video we'll talk about object literal notation. So in JavaScript there are different ways to create an object. Specifically in this video we'll talk about object literal notation. First we'll understand what is object literal notation, and then we'll create the object and we'll try to access that particular object. So without wasting time, let's start. Here in this JavaScript code you can see that we have two bracket curly braces, and this is nothing but a empty object in JavaScript. So object literal notation, so this two bracket is actually called the object literal notation, and this object literal notation is a way to create object in JavaScript using a concise and straightforward syntax, and it involves defining an object directly within the curly braces. So within the curly braces you can create your properties, and within these curly braces you can specify its property and method, and this notation is commonly used when you need to create a simple object on the fly. But remember that you have to specify a variable like this, and let me create a variable with name person like this, okay, and then you have to give equal sign, and inside this you can specify your property. For example, if you want to create first name last name, then you can also do that. Also you can add your method. So let me show that one also, and this way you have to specify. So here you can see the first one is the property and its value. So inside the object you have to give the key value pair like this. So if you want to add the second or a second attribute, then what you have to do, you have to give the comma, and then you have to specify the second name. So like this you have to enter and type your second name. Also here you can create your method. So here for example I want to create a greet method which will greet the person. Okay, so for that you have to give the name of the function like this one. This one is the property which will get the value of this particular function, and here I am specifying anonymous function. So you already know that how to write a function, right? We already discussed about function in our previous videos. You already know that how to create a function. Now let me create another variable, or sorry, another property like age, and there I have to specify 30 like this, and let me save it once. And you can also check that what is the type of this person. So you have the type of, you can print the type of the person. So for that what you have to do, if you want to check the type, then type your console and then log, and then here you have to specify the type of, and then you have to specify the name of the person only. You can give the object directly over here, okay, and then just save it. And if you want to check the type now, you have to save, and then if you'll run this, you will be able to see that it is printing the object. That means this person is nothing but a one object. And if you want to check the properties of if you want to check the data type of the first name last name, that is also possible. So if you want to check the first name, then you have to give here first name, okay, and then just end the bracket over here and just save it. And if you run it, you can see over here that it is printing as a string. And if you want to check the about the greet, you can also do that also like this way. Just save it and then run it. You can see this is the of type function. So here our agenda is to check the type of the person. So directly you can give the person, no need to specify any attribute. If you want to run this object, then how we can do that? So you can do this using the object person dot, and then you have to specify the first name. And if you'll specify the first name, and if you'll save it by Ctrl S, and if you'll run it, you will get the value for this first name, as well as if you want to check, if you want to print the second name, that is also possible through the object. You have to specify the attribute itself. So here we have to specify the last name like this, and you can save it, and if you check now, you will get Roman as well as Ansari. And if you want to concatenate, you can also do that. You know that how to concatenate in JavaScript, right? And now let me access the age also. Here you have to specify here the age, right? And then just save it, and again just run. You can see there is 30, it is printing. Now if you want to access this particular function, so how can you do that? So for that, you have just specify greet.function, and then specify the greet function itself, %.greet function. And why we are not giving it inside the console.log? Because this particular function is actually printing out the first name and last name itself. That's why we are not calling it inside the console.log, right? And then just you have to save it and just run this one, and you can see that it is printing hello Roman Ansari 30 and hello Roman Ansari. So this way you can also use this particular object. Okay, so you can create different object and you can utilize that one also if possible. So create different types of object and play with them, then it will be easier for you to grasp the syntax of this particular concept of object literal notation. Then here in this console you can see that we have concatenated the first name and last name itself. Okay, and what does it mean actually? This means the current object. We are referring the current object. This means this particular object, and then it will access the first name, and this means this last name, and it will access the last name here, and we are concatenating first name and last name in this way. So thanks for watching this video. See you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.